This Family Life News podcast is made possible by the support of listeners like you.
Hi, I'm Bob Price, and this is a Family Life News special report. With summer family vacation season in full swing, Focus on the Family's Deana Thayer is talking about how to take some of the stress out of that road trip. Here's more of our conversation. Vacation can be anything but fun and relaxing when you have little ones in tow. What are some tried and true tricks for traveling with kids we should be thinking about as we get ready for that summer vacation?
Yes, there are some things to think about. And I've recently learned July is actually the top month for travel. So this is super applicable. So you've also got August stretching out before you, and it's good to think about these things. One of the things I think is tried and true is first thinking about the way you're getting somewhere, and are you planned for that? So, for example, if you've got a long car ride or maybe a flight, making sure those kiddos are fed and entertained. And the other thing with the entertainment is I suggest bringing something new, maybe that they haven't seen before. You can even go to a dollar store, a Five Below, something like that. Get some fun little things for them to do during that long car ride or flight.
What are some of the primary mistakes that parents make when preparing to travel with children?
There's a couple. I think first it is a little bit of those rose-colored glasses. Oh, we're going to have this great family bonding time in the car, and it's going to be wonderful, and they're not going to get bored because they're going to love the license plate game for 7 hours. Some of it is just these unrealistic expectations.
Sure.
So that's a mistake. I would say prepare to hear I'm bored or are we there yet within maybe the first hour. And that's why that planning ahead with things to do is so important. The second mistake that parents make is not always thinking about once you're there as well. Maybe the drive goes great, but have you also thought about once you're there? Have you planned your days well in between all of the things on your itinerary? Because the other thing I think that parents stumble on is they plan the type of trip that is so go, 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 and especially with littles, then they just crash,
Sure.
and you end up coming home and feeling like you need a vacation from your vacation.
Wow, that's so true. You know, it's okay to be bored once in a while.
Yes.
In fact, I kind of like that vacation where give me a book and give me a beach and I'm all set. You know, I don't need anything else. But you're right. We think we had to be on the go all the time. But what can parents do, Deana, leading up to that trip to try to increase the chances as best as they can for a smooth experience for everyone?
Yes. Okay, let me just mention 3 things real quickly. One is pay attention to your time zones. If you know you're going somewhere that's in a different time zone, see if you can start scooting those bedtimes a little bit in advance so it's less of a shock to the system and you don't have super groggy kids who are now not enjoying the museum or the amusement park or whatever you had planned. Number 2, I would say please be aware of the age and developmental frame of your children. So a 4-year-old is not going to engage with Museum of the Bible the same way that your teen will. And a teen might think the Science Center is a drag. And third, and this is adjacent to this, get some input. If your kids are old enough, let them have a say. Maybe if you've got kids of varying ages, maybe each one gets to pick one thing you do in the location you've chosen to go on vacation. So you know at least everyone has one activity they're super pumped about, and that will help them be gracious while they're maybe doing something for their sibling that isn't their favorite.
Yeah, you mentioned sometimes we're so busy on vacation. When we get back, we got to take a vacation from our vacation. When you get back and that kind of re-entering the normal everyday humdrum of life, what are some strategies families can employ to help their children with that? That no, life is not just a summer vacation all the time.
Yes, absolutely. So a couple important things. I think being aware again of the margin that you create. If you can, especially if maybe the adults in the family are headed back to work on Monday, maybe get back on Saturday so that you have Sunday to just decompress, unpack, let the kids get back on a normal sleep schedule. I think sometimes we want to go right to the edge with our vacation and travel, and then it really leaves us depleted as we head back into normal routines.
Yeah.
So if you can, give yourself a buffer. And then another thing that's worth mentioning is there are okay times to employ what I call survival mode. And when you're just back from a trip, if that's a day where you do stay in your jammies because you're just doing the mountains of laundry from vacation, or, hey, we are going to just do DoorDash DoorDash tonight. We're not going to cook. Let's be gentle with ourselves as we come back to regular life before we just dive in.
Yeah.
And I also think communication is key, especially with kids. Hey, I want to let you know today is survival mode day and we're just laying around like slugs. But tomorrow we're going to get back to doing our household chores, or hey, school starts on Thursday, or whatever it might be. Make sure you're kind to your children to give them the communication and the heads up of what's coming so they don't feel that rug got pulled out from under them after the trip.
That's marriage and parenting expert Deana Thayer on how to take some of the stress out of family vacation this summer. I'm Bob Price, and this is the Noon Report on Family Life.
Thank you for listening to this Family Life News podcast. If you've been encouraged by what you've heard, please share it with others and click the subscribe button to automatically receive future episodes. Family Life is a listener-supported ministry. Podcasts like this are made possible by your financial partnership. Find out more at familylife.org.